Hi, my family. This is Trey. I hope you're doing well today. And if you enjoyed this first segment or you haven't already, click subscribe and make sure you click on that notification bell because that apparently is the only feature of YouTube that hasn't been hijacked for a person like me who is heavily shadow banned. Today, I'm talking about your real needs versus the official script of the Babylon Matrix. I need more love every day of my life. Whoa. Another suburban family morning. And I was just staring at the wall. His depression is coming without warning. Till I can't do anything at all. Many miles away, something moved toward the shore of the dark Scottish lake. Many miles away. Send me a higher love. Do-do-do-do. Bring higher love. Yo, you gotta just send me a higher love. 'Cause a higher love is truly what I'm in need of. I got all this love in the form of spirit electronically. With sexually, no one comes near me. And I'm so in love with her. I want that's away. But those Draco spirits get up in her so much I wanna run. I won't wait till I'm perfect. I'm telling you now I got to send out higher love. I am sending you a ray of the Christ higher love. Yo. So bring me a higher love. 'Cause higher love is what we're really made of. So yeah, it's a tragedy, you know. I'm of course forgotten, and of course, as I said before, perhaps it's because I'm not 100% healed and clear, and I still have wounds, and I don't have great social graces or a beautiful woman. Because the stupid cliche, I shouldn't say stupid, but the cheesy but maybe often accurate, 95% accurate cliche behind every great man, yes. Because the other stupid cliche, no man is an island, no matter how much cannabis or seed they recycle, it's still the unfortunate truth. It takes a village for one person to wake up. Otherwise, they're going to try to do it the wrong way through a cult or through this narcissistic person, through their mommy or through their child or whatever. It takes bouncing the truth off many because I do not actually have eyes in the back of my head, right? So we all need community. It's one of our other needs, right? So with the Babylon system, if you're susceptible to this conceptually, or if you have fixed zodiac signs or control freak problems in your ego, or you know, uh, often attachment to your positionality, you're going to think you need control of yourself, of others, which again is often a sign of lack of self-control, right? So, as I've said many times, so your real need is to take advice only from the accurate source, which is going to be your guides, and not these voices that tell you to harm others. That's the dark side. You've tuned your radio to too low of a frequency in the dial. You got to tune to a higher frequency. Learn to meditate and or take the cannabis and with the discipline, and remember to tune to the higher frequencies, not these pathetic voices from the NAs, man. They're not going to ever tell you anything respectful. Realizing the negative aliens' infiltration into almost every clique, almost every person's thoughts, you just have to reject those peacefully. Regaining your self-discipline, self-control, and of course, the dark side or the official script is that you always have to do what others say and do. All I want to do is to be just like I am. Everybody wants me to be just like them. It's a shame the way she makes me scrub the floor. Your real need is for improvement. The system is the status quo system tries to force you to obey it is going to teach you that you don't need to make any improvements if you just do what they say. You just put food on the table, pay the rent, and you don't beat your kids or your wife, and you don't cheat on her. You're a good person. It takes more than that. The sad, tragic fact is I thought this show would help bring me together with others, like people in the community and these people I know. But again, these people that, actually it's always people that are not willing to do the shadow work. Like this man, Ian, who I met, as I introduced myself because his hat said 5D, was aware I hadn't completed my shadow work and said I wasn't going to be able to help people until I did it. So I'm not sure if I proved him wrong or the Yahweh video showed that the algorithm, the AIB system within YouTube said I wasn't perfect enough to have the audience. Okay, well, I'm still going to do this because, I'm going to build it organically. If you won't help me build it, I'll build it on Odyssey. I love you anyway. Thanks. So, instead of this show bringing me together with others, often those that refuse to face their shadow, it just highlights the fake light of Lucifer within their subconscious. It highlights their fears. The fake light of the Illuminati still controlling them through their ego. It's really sad how prevalent that is. And the reason why I started this show also, and even though I'm not fully done with the shadow work, is because it's the year 2023. We're in the ascension window now. I want to wake everyone up as much as I can now. It's very important to do it now as soon as we can, because now is the only moment that's 100% real anyways. The past is a bunch of regrets, and nostalgia, bullshit, and triumphs, and the fear is worries and plans. Jesus said, I did not come to bring peace. I do not bring peace. I bring a sword. In the house I turn two against one, the mother against the son, and etc. I forgot the exact way it goes, but in other words, because Yeshua brought the sword of truth, the Vajra diamond of the clarity of truth, which will cut and divide you from those who clinging to the chaff of dogma, fear, control, or narcissism or obedience to the dark side in any way, or unwilling to do that shadow work. They will be separated. This is what the bifurcation means. It's sad, but this is what happens. So Santa Cruz, also for this reason, is a perfect place for spiritual incubation and to do the shadow work. But sometimes it seems like a horrible place for community because of the so-called cost of living and because of the Zeta parasites coming in to break up every family, every community. They can and often do. It's really sad. So let this show be a bridge into your full transparency and oneness, even though I'm doing it with freezing hands, because I didn't know I was going to need to buy gloves for the last week of March in Santa Cruz, California. But of course, with the temperature dialed 20 degrees down by the negative alien forces, this is how it is. Speaking of this, let the show be a bridge into your full transparency in the oneness. How much more could we combat this terraforming under the ionosphere, attempted hijack and takeover of our atmosphere if you weren't forced to be a wage slavery in survival mode. How about a comment on that? Feel how peaceful nature is when you come to these Santa Cruz Mountains or when you go to the beach. Well, that's the way reality is on planet Earth when it's not in the hijack state of the dark ones. Feel how the second bardo is around downtown Santa Cruz or in the businesses there, and how it is only mostly disruptive, even though you might be purchasing wonderful organic products, how it is mostly disruptive unless you're quiet, unless you are very meditative or respectful or friendly, laid back, or coming at it and solo, not trying to be in relationship in public. Notice these things, or you will not ever be able to heal this. I'd like to form a community with you, but first we all must be free of the pathologies of the anti-life NPEs and the inverted ones, or the failure to do the prep work ASAP. Is going to prevent it. Confession in the old days has become psychology. So, in the modern parlance, so I would say we need to reverse the sequence and use the tools of modern psychology in a spiritual way. If you can't change the exterior circumstances, like your job, your housing, your pathological narcissist landlord, then divinize the secular. It's a need. If you're not going to change your circumstances, remember the oneness. Remember to try to respect people all the time. It's essential, okay? Treat the world with respect. Remember the oneness at all the time, and you will come to greater peace even if you can't change your circumstances, okay? As Mark Passio calls them, the right-wing anarchists, the voluntarists, they did some great works, and they do great works now, but it's often, unfortunately, it turns into this freedom for me movement, and they can, get into the drama, and it's like Teresa, who actually wrote the paper that allowed them to free up the beach for almost a year there during the lockdown for their weekly ritual meetings. It was wonderful. But she told me that she doesn't believe, she loves Mark Passio, but she doesn't believe we all have to do the one great work. And, I say everyone that has the courage and capacity to do it needs to spread the truth as much as we can. I disagree with that. And again, this is how the movement kind of gets broken up because of the ego. So that's why Passio calls it close but no cigar. And this is why many of these individuals around here won't watch my channel, because they are still stuck in the box, and they feel it's subconsciously that they cannot learn anything from someone literally outside of the box. And this is how the dark ones control their subconscious, right? So the freedom community is literally often trauma bonded to itself, to freaking out and getting upset, and through service, the hero ideation, the self-righteous activism, getting lost in the freedom echo loop chamber is not necessarily changing or helping the world. They do a lot of really great work. As Passio said, they have to remember the Christ or the oneness all the time to bring it to that next level, even though they're doing great work. So it's just been a really wonderful and amazing adventure to spread all this information and awareness. And, I've got to obviously do more, edit this, or do more to spread this information and my wisdom here in other ways and routes. But, even though most people are tragically in the dark to what's happening in this takeover hijack plan, and how the official script is how it's been done, and most people unfortunately have not heard my meme. There is no official reality. Fortunately, I'm allowed to say it, and you have the power to take back your subconscious mind and remember your real needs and meet them yourself. And if you learned anything from this, consider donating some money on the donate on the to my PayPal. Click subscribe if you haven't, and click on the notification bell for more. And create a great day, my family.